Rand Paul will make a formal announcement tomorrow that he is running for president as a Republican in 2016. Here's a few seconds from a video that he put out in advance of the announcement.
There's probably few candidates for 2016 that are more interesting than Rand Paul. Rand Paul has been the most consistently principled person talking about issues.
The senator for Kentucky might just be the candidate who ends up winning this thing.
I can't really do more than a few seconds before I start to get nauseous, but that at least gives you an idea of what he put out. This will make two candidates so far officially on the Republican side, Ted Cruz and Rand Paul. Both would be huge dangers to this country. Both would be obvious deviants, and they would stand no chance at being elected in other countries at our level of development. But for some reason, Lewis, these are considered legitimate candidates in the U.S.
They are. I think we'd both rather have Rand Paul as president than Ted Cruz. I don't know. I guess that's just my opinion. I can't speak for you. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, he's not as much of a lunatic as a lot of the people we're looking at here. For
right. Rand Paul
Party.
is not the craziest person currently running for president, but that's certainly close. And remember, Rand Paul recently failing miserably at explaining the First Amendment in spite of the fact that he is the freedom and liberty guy. He said the First Amendment says keep government out of religion, but not religion out of government. Actually, it says exactly that. And we'll have an interview later today with an expert on the First Amendment. Rand Paul opposing net neutrality, saying he's heard that vaccines cause severe mental disorders sometimes. Then he had to backtrack on that one. He plagiarized speeches from Wikipedia and movie scripts. And his insane, irrational, non-science position on Ebola was certainly a red flag. The list goes on and on. But, Lewis, I guess he does support national medical marijuana.
He seems to. You know, he could backtrack on that at any time when appealing to the religious right, which he has to do.
Does Rand Paul have a shot at being the Republican nominee? He did win the CPAC straw poll.
I really don't think he does. I just don't see enough money behind him to get the job done.
Rand Paul will not be the Republican nominee for president. And I've already said Ted Cruz will not be the Republican nominee for president. We do not yet know who has a shot. None of the current official candidates have a shot.